Hey, kids. We've got a little extra credit coming to you, and we're going to work on a couple of things, first of all, that you might know a little bit about. The first one is finding equivalent fractions. Now, I know that's review for you, but just in case you've forgotten, because you do learn so much in class, let's take a peek at how we might do that. For example, let's say I have 8/12, and I need to find an equivalent fraction to 8/12. One of the things which we've talked about is being able to multiply or divide. Okay, sorry about that. I got a little bit interrupted. There's a couple ways you can do this. First of all, you can multiply. You just have to make sure you multiply the numerator and the denominator by the same number. So let's say times 2. It's a Friday. I'm not feeling like putting a ton of effort into this. So then we'll say 16/24. Hey, we have an equivalent fraction. We can also divide it too. We could go the other way. We could say 8 divided by 2 and 12 divided by 2, and that would give us 4/6. Okay? So we've just created two equivalent fractions by multiplying and dividing. Again, that's review. You already know how to do that. Okay, now we want to look at how we can put this in simplest form. Bear with me now. I'm not going to bore you to death the whole time. Okay, so let's start with the fraction 12/30. When I put it in simplest form, what I'm trying to do is take this fraction right here and put it into a fraction that I cannot make any smaller. Okay, and when I want to make something smaller, I divide. So I need to find a number that I can divide both 12 and 30 by. Let's try divide. So I'm going to try, let's try the number 6. I know that's a factor of both of those numbers. So 12 divided by 6, 30 divided by 6, 12 divided by 6 is 2, 30 divided by 6 is 5. When you look at those numbers, can you divide them anymore? Nope. That is in simplest form. 2/5 is the simplest form of 12/30. Okay, on to the nuts and bolts of the lesson now. Simplifying variable expressions. It's just like simplifying your fractions that we worked on, but we're going to make it a little bit, well, not more difficult, we're going to take it another step further. So let's start with 10 times x times y over 15 times y squared. I need to put that in simplest form. The first step that I need to do is I need to make sure that I factor out the numerator and the denominator. So let's say 10, what would we start with? The two factors of that, let's say 2 times 5. Okay, just like we worked on a couple of days ago. And then times 1x times y. So I factored it out. Then we have to factor out 15y squared. Well, I know that 3 times 5 equals 15 times y times y. Okay, now what I need to do is I want to divide out the similarities between my numerators and my denominators. I want to look for those common factors that I can get rid of. So first of all, I know that I can get rid of those 5s. They cancel each other out. And I can see here that I've got one set of y's that I can cancel out. So if I simplify it, what I'm looking for is just all the stuff that's left over. So I've got 2/3, or 2 over 3. And up here I've got an x left over. So I have 2x over 3y. And that is how you simplify a variable expression. Okay, so let's have you try a practice problem. I know Christmas isn't for a while yet, but we'll have Christmas come early. Here we go. 6a over 6a squared. What I'd like you to do is I'd like you to factor out the numerator and denominator, divide out the factors that both the numerator and the denominator have in common, and then write your simplified answer. Hit pause and give it a shot. Okay, an hour has passed. I think you have had enough time. Let's see how you did. So if I factor out 6a, that should give me 2 times 3 times a over 6a squared. So that's 2 times 3 times a times a. All right, look good so far? All right, well, let's get rid of the common factors. The 2's, they have to go. 3's, they have to go. And we've got some a's left over. Oh, wait, those have to go. So I see that I have an a left. There's your answer. Good job. Okay, well, I was talking to Shella and Elena, and they asked that we have more practice because they love it so much. So here it is. You asked for it, you got it. So let's factor out 4 times n cubed, or m to the third power. Let's say 4. Let's factor that into 2 times 2 times m times n times n times n. And then 10, we'll factor that out into 2 times 5 times n times n. Now what do you do? Okay, I gave you a little time to think about it. Let's get rid of those common factors that we have left over. So those 2's need to go. Those n's need to go. Those n's need to go. So up on top, if we simplify it, we're left with 2mn over 5. Simplest form. There we go. Okay, the fun part now for your extra credit work. I'm going to give you 4 problems. Just do them on a separate piece of paper and hand it in later when you are done. You have 27 BCD over 12B. There's problem number 1. You know what? Don't hand in the paper. Email me the answers. Email me the 4 answers. That would be even better. Problem 2. 5 s squared t squared over 40 st. Again, email me the answer, but please do it all at once. Don't send me 4 different emails. And then let's try 42 r to the third over 56 r squared. Give that one a shot. And let's try one more problem. How about we do this one? 49 t squared over 7t to the third. Okay, so you have to factor out and simplify those 4 problems. Email me the answers. Good luck. See you later.